Welcome, Gemini, to your May 2023 reading. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings to all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click that subscribe button and ask your question in the comments section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Now, this month I'm using the Druid Craft Tarot deck. It was really calling to me this month, and so I'm just going to fix the cards up here a little bit, and I hope that this resonates with you and you can get some messages coming through the images as well. Now let's get into your reading. Now this month I'm seeing that it could be quite a significant month for you. You've got 3 major arcana cards, and one of them is the Star. What a beautiful, beautiful message this is. Now, this is the message really here for the Star when it comes to this particular deck is saying that inner and outer are connected in perfect harmony in May for you. All you need to do is be, you don't need to, all you need to do is just kind of be. You don't need to really do anything here. Intuition flows like a bright stream for you in May. So really open up here. Now, the Star is a card of intuition. It's a card of hope and optimism and healing and openness. It's calmness and bright prospects. There's a lot going on here for you that is quite beneficial in May, Gemini. And if you can put one word on the card of the Star, it is faith. So you're really asked to delve into your faith a lot this month. It's a card of, confidence. It's a card of tranquility. It's almost like you're really developing a clear and calm confidence in the future. Things are really shifting and changing for you here. So if you have been struggling mentally, emotionally, psychologically here, there's a real shift, there's a real healing. Even physically, if you've been unwell, the Star card talks about healing. And yeah, this is just like putting you in this kind of really tranquil energy. Now I can see the Star is right above the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is that card of the wounded warrior. You have really been struggling here and fighting, and this could potentially be in a career, in a business that you've been trying to get off the ground. Just your day-to-day job, in a project that you've been working on. It could be, a creative project. You might have really been doing some struggling and working hard on this, and you are almost at the end here, Gemini. And the Star card right above that 9 of Wands is just lovely, a lovely message of things getting better for you. I feel like if you've also been struggling with some self-esteem issues, this is going to be changing as well. You're going to be getting some real lovely feelings of positive thoughts about yourself, and your confidence is going to be growing a lot here. And even your well-being, your vitality, this is all changing for you here in May. You're going to be getting a lot of inspiration, and you might even be in the receipt of a lot of love coming in for you at this time as well. I just feel like there's a lot of simplicity around that Star card. You are going to be there's this sense of freedom here as well for you. And it's interesting that message is coming through for you in a lot of these cards. Like, you've got some difficult cards here, but I feel like this is what you have been dealing with, and things are shifting and changing for you in May. I mean, right next to the star, you've got that Nine of Cups, and this is just that wish come true energy. It is a lot of love in that Nine of Cups. Nine Cups are all about emotions and feelings. And this card is a card of contentment. It's a card of achievement. It's a card of realizing your dreams here, Gemini. This is so wonderful. And again, I feel like this could be to do with your work. It could be to do with something that you've been quite passionate about, that you've been working quite hard on. But your dreams are coming true here. It's a time of really just to enjoy and celebrate things in your life in general. And it's a sign of there's a lot of rewarding emotional things happening in May for you, which I just love that for you. Now, also, the Nine of Cups can be talking about a feeling of you missing somebody, or someone is actually missing in your life, or you might be feeling strangely lonely for some reason. But I feel like this is also coming to an end here. You know, you've been through difficulties in the past, but now, like, there's going to be a lot of warm relationships and a lot of just warmth in general around you. A lot of creativity around you as well. And any sort of obstacles will really be easily handled by you. So that's why I'm not worried. Like, the Nine of Wands is that card of you really having to struggle, almost being at the end, as I said, that wounded warrior. But I feel like you're really able to handle this kind of energy here in May. And again, you know, with this, there's always that message that you really need to make sure that you appreciate your blessings. But the Nine of Cups is a lot of blessings coming in for you. So really try and appreciate them when they do turn up. Now, you've got that rebirth card here, which in this deck is the card of the Judgment. And this is just, again, beautiful energy here. You are really, you know, the message in this particular deck for the rebirth card is you are really hearing the call and awaken to the new light of day here. It's like there is this sense of a rebirth. You know, what was in the past is no longer, and things are shifting and changing here. You know, you've entered the darkness and you have drunk from the cup of silence, and you have chosen life and emerge reborn. How beautiful is that message? But this is a card of you really following a call, a new direction that you're going in, a renewal, a transformation. This is a card of you making a lot of decisions about where it is you want to go as well. You know, if you feel like you've got an opportunity, a new opportunity here to make some decisions, to shift and change some things in your life. And yeah, it's almost like this call from your angels, your spirit guides. You really got this mission in life, I feel. And it's quite a spiritual card as well. You know, this could even be a calling for some of you to go and do some voluntary work. You might even be getting a calling to, you know, change your religion. It could be that deep, you know. There could be some spiritual things going on here for you. Yeah, you might just be shifting and changing that direction. You really need to Listen to that calling, because as I said, I feel like for a lot of you, there is this choice here. I mean, the rebirth card is right above that Two of Wands. So all twos are about decisions and choices. So I feel like you've got this calling here to really choose a life that is more fully your own, rather than what the expectations of society or other people are telling you to do. Now, it's interesting. This card can also talk about you coming to a crossroad in your life and a decision that's required, and that is the exact message of the Two of Wands. This often is that crossroads card, or that fork in the road where you do have two different directions that you could go in. So it's quite a significant time in your life in May, I feel. And I feel like, yes, for a lot of you, you will take a new direction in your life in May here. Now, you've got the Three of Swords here. Now, the Three of Swords does talk about a lot of, not a lot of heartbreak, but it talks of heartbreak, something that has really wounded you and hurt you in the past, and pain that you have been carrying for quite some time. But I feel like this is true growth here for you, Gemini. This is really wisdom that you've gained through suffering almost. And I feel like this is very much connected with you being at a bit of a crossroads in your life, because you have gained a lot of wisdom and knowledge through your past experiences. And this, in a sense, has made you decide to change direction and not focus and not live in that pain and not be bound by that anymore. And you're really making some decisions in May to shift and to change the direction here. So I really am loving this. This is quite a soul searching month, I feel, for a lot of you. And it's going to be some quite significant shifts and changes going on here, but very much for the better, very much for the better. I touched on that Nine of Wands here, and this is, the final challenge. You are almost there, and it really tells you don't give up, for all of the struggles that you have gone through in your life up until this point. For whatever it is, and again, I feel for a lot of you, this is could potentially have something to do with your work. But again, just your inspiration. If you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling like you haven't been inspired, or you've been struggling for a while, don't give up is the message of that Nine of Wands. You will emerge from this struggle that you've been going through, but I feel like you are really worried that there is worse to come, but this is just your inner fears. I think you're at the end here of anything that you have been struggling with financially, again, with your career, with your inspiration, with your a passion project here. You are almost at the end. You've put in so much effort, so don't stress too much about it. I feel like also for a lot of you, there could be some difficulty accepting your achievements and your strengths and your talents as well. I feel like this energy of that wounded warrior, you've been feeling a little bit battered and bruised, and that has caused your self-esteem to be affected a little bit. But don't Don't let that get you down. As I said at the beginning, the Star card is right above this. So open up to that wholeness and healing that the Star card does provide here, because things are absolutely on the mend and getting better. Now, although things may seem like, you've got the Prince of Pentacles, which is a knight. In this particular deck, they're called princes, but it's the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like this is slow moving energy. So you may feel like things have been slow to come to fruition here, but don't worry too much about that. The energy of the Knight of Pentacles is stable and strong and moving forward. So things will be going quite well for you here. It's quite practical, realistic energy. It's quite sensuous energy too. So for some of you, you could be feeling a lot of love. It's right above the Nine of Cups here. So there's a lot of sensual kind of energy here. But this is really saying that you are going to be adopting a lot of practical, patient and methodical approaches to a particular project that you have been working on. And that could even mean yourself, your home, again, your career, something to do with how you make your money, how you, a passionate project here. But I think that if you do want to progress forward here in any of those areas, you will be required to take on that approach, and just make sure that it's the message of slow and steady wins the race kind of thing here. And even if this has got something to do with your health, working on yourself, and that can be any kind of your physical health, your mental, psychological kind of health, there is a steady approach, a methodical approach that you need to go through to make sure that healing does come through for you. And just make sure, you're working on your exercise, your nutrition, if it is a health issue here. Now you could actually just be going on a bit of a journey here when any of those Knight cards come in that does talk about a journey. And you've got the Chariot card here, which is also another message of a journey. So for some of you, you might be going away on a holiday, might be going somewhere to really recuperate and heal here for a lot of you. Now, the Two of Wands, which I did touch on earlier, this is that card of a choice. It's almost a card of exploration. It's a card of a doorway. You're coming to this point in your life, and it's interesting that it's right beneath that Rebirth card, and you look at the figure in the Rebirth card, and it's like they're coming through a portal. They are going through a doorway in a sense here. But this is you really needing to decide. But the beauty of this card is there is no wrong decision here, Gemini. No matter which way you choose, you will be successful. And it's right next to the Chariot card. The Chariot is a card of success, but this is like, this could also even talk about you going into partnership here with someone, but it's almost like you're allowing a relationship between two ideas to unfold, and you might need to do that before you actually make the decision about which way to go here. And by allowing the situation to unfold a little bit, it's going to open up new areas of possibility, which is going to assist you in making that decision. But yeah, you could also potentially be meaning you could also be potentially searching for a deeper meaning to things here, or contemplating taking a journey. So journey is coming through in 3 cards here. So for some of you, definitely I feel like that is on the cards in May. Or if you're not going to be journeying in May, you're certainly going to be planning for a journey here. But yeah, definitely a significant time. This is quite, you could be going in 2 different directions here in May. And, the interesting thing is with the Chariot card, you see the 2 horses here. One is black, one is white. This also signifies there's this pull in 2 different directions here. So I feel like this again is a theme that is coming through here. But in the Chariot card, you see the charioteer. I mean, the charioteer has got the reins of those 2 horses in one hand, and they are, although they are pulling in 2 different directions, the charioteer is the one in control. So I feel like you are absolutely in control of your life. It's not like a feeling of you being lost and not knowing what to do. You realize that there is this significant time in your life where things can be going in 2 different directions here. But again, this is you mastering your life, mastering the situation about what is going on here, controlling it. This is your will. It's not the will of the 2 horses. Although they're trying to pull you in 2 different directions, you are the one that is imposing your will and telling the horses where it is you want to go. This is a card of overcoming obstacles. It's a card of triumph. And as I said, it's a card of success. It is even a card of fame. So if you have been struggling with a creative project that I was talking about and really been trying to achieve your goals here, with that 9 of Wands, that wounded warrior, I feel like things are going to be turning out wonderfully here for you, Gemini. You're really going to be overcoming any obstacles. Just beautiful. And as I said, I'm feeling like fame. So for some of you, if you've been working on something, whatever it is, there could be some recognition, most definitely, for what it is that you're doing. You're going to attain what it is that you want. In whatever field. I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about you're going to become a famous singer or actor, which you may very well be, come that. But whatever chosen field that you're in, you're going to get a lot of recognition for this if you continue on in the path that you're going, and make sure you have that faith. The Chariot talks about really having control, the control that you need to develop the personality. To develop your personality and to master any difficulties in the circumstances that you're in. I just feel like there's a lot of great energy here for you, Gemini. Now, your final card, which is one of my favorite cards, and this in a way is a theme that is also coming through for you, but your final card here, looking deeper, from the Gateway Oracle deck. It's beautiful. You see this pool of water. I put my crystals over them, but in the water there are lots of beautiful gems and crystals, and so that's why I love to put my little crystals over them. But the affirmation for this particular card is, deep within me is a majestic radiance. And the meaning of this card is, things are not always as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life. Sometimes that something that seems closed may in fact be just ready to open. If you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. The universe wants you to know this is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something you previously passed over. Imagine a mystical mountain lake where you can see the reflection of the sky and trees, but when you look beneath the surface, you can see sparkling gems in the crystal clear depths. These are treasures. These treasures are meant for you. By exploring hidden crevices in your soul, you will begin to uncover even more profound levels of the vast majesty within yourself. I really love that. So this is really connected with that star card, with the rebirth card. You are really looking deep within yourself and choosing to make some profound changes in May in your life, in whether it's your spirituality, whether it's your work, your career, the way you make your money, yourself. There is some, you're really going to be doing some soul searching here in May. But very positive energy, Gemini. I'm loving this for you. Now, we'll leave it there. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading. Make sure you just put your message in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Bye.